Hey everybody, Caitlin here from StorySpeak Enterprises and the Legacy Brand Leader Curriculum. So I'm here to share why I moved away from high ticket pricing. High ticket offers are no longer for solopreneurs. They're really more for established business owners who are hiring a team or making a new department. So essentially, the high ticket offers are for businesses who are making a certain amount of money. So in that way, it's more equitable. Okay. So I want to share a story about what I experienced while hiring coaches and creating the Legacy Brand Leader Curriculum, why I am making my services more equitable and imposing regulations for my own pricing. So I guess I have to start by sharing more about what the Legacy Brand Leader Curriculum is and why I created it. So the Legacy Brand Leader Curriculum is a business education portal. Okay, so, just like a lot of these courses, you may see you log in and you learn. And the curriculum is hybrid. So you're not just going only online, but you have in-person support too, or sorry, not in person, but person-to-person support. And we, meaning myself and other experts, come alongside and help you as advocates for your business. And so the thing that's different about the Legacy Brand Leader Curriculum is we're not trying to teach you just the one way to be successful. That includes usually high ticket sales. In fact, that's how I used to teach people. I would teach clients how to bring in sales that start at $1,500, and often they would be able to leave their full-time jobs and replace their income just within a couple months. But the problem I found there was that this model led to burnout. It led to inequitable practices, and to me, that is unethical practices. And so as I began to scope out the field, the industry I am in, right, which is coaching, essentially, I began to see a trend, and that is no explanation of price raises, not necessarily having the team or offers to substantiate high prices. And I just found it very unethical because in other industries, you are going to have those price regulations. And so the Legacy Brand Leader Curriculum is also all about raising up leaders who take on this responsibility of ethical leadership and equitable leadership, of doing things that are right for humanity and the environment, and running business in a way where we're considering others and not just ourselves, right? So we're considering the collective. So we're not just looking out for our own individual success, okay? And so, especially after COVID, especially with the world economy right now and the US dollar, which I see going down, I am deliberately positioning StorySpeak Enterprises to become a brand that is affordable for all world currencies, that is affordable for businesses at different levels, meaning if you're someone just starting out in business, if you have a team, or if you're hiring different departments. The thing that I really appreciate about business is that we have to run things on our own terms. And so it's a great opportunity to build the life you want, but what comes with building the life you want is knowing what tools you need and what kind of support you need. And this all costs money. At the end of the day, you don't take home 100% of your sales. After taxes, after business expenses, and after projecting expenses that maybe you'll have to spend to get more help so you can produce more volume, you're gonna have to spend more to make more money. And I see these coaches who have claims of, millions of dollars in X amount of years. What I often find is coaches aren't sharing the back end system, the framework of how to get there. And people used to reach out to me a lot and they'd say, hey, I want to make this amount of sales on my website. Tell me how to do that. And I would explain that, well, it's not that simple. There's a framework you have to have. And so it's kind of like building a house. Like with every new level of success, with the volume as it increases, you need a level of framework. And so it's going to cost more money generally to gain higher levels of success. Okay. So for example, you can't have a business operating on $0 that's going to produce the same output and generate the same sales as when you're at $1 million. It's going to look a lot different in the back end between when you go from making millions of dollars sales than when you were making $0 sales. Right. And so it's just about thinking more logically and not buying into the gimmicks that I see on many advertisements, that I see on many course creator websites. And so I am here to demystify that because I am an advocate for business owners. I am an advocate for business itself because I think it's a great tool if we can learn how to use business to leverage it for the greater good of the collective. If we can learn how to be stewards of the money, stewards of the tools, stewards of relationships, where everything that we earn and receive, including trust from others, is going back to something that is going to produce more trust, produce more change in the planet, okay? And so it's really approaching business in a new way where we're not approaching it as consumers who just want more, 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 more. When we're approaching it with a more, more, more attitude, we are inevitably creating something that is not sustainable. And what that means is it will collapse over time because the business wasn't built with care to support more, more, more. Okay, so this again goes in alongside legacy brand leader curriculum principles of sustainability, and I want to work with business owners who don't support mass consumption. So these new alternatives that are coming out to localized economies, localized systems, where systems are capped because they have to be, because we have the ability to do so much and have the ability to produce infinite amounts of anything. We have to then put caps on it, right? That's the balance of an infinite potential, right? So we have to steward that potential. We have to steward the impact. And so that's what I teach in the Legacy Brand Leader curriculum. So I just wanted to share that. You may have seen I am doing Name Your Price beta workshops. And one of the things that comes with regulating pricing is having a system that clearly defines why prices raise and telling the public and people within the business the evidence to support that. So it's not hiding anything, it's transparent, it's showing all the money, it's showing where it goes, and it's showing the cycle that happens before a final price is brought to market. And so the cycle I've created is, okay, so I'm going to start with Name Your Price beta testing. And then after a certain number of users are reached, I'm going to take the average price of those users and make that the price of certain offers. And, and then I have to, of course, make sure that these prices include tax and cover the maintenance costs and scaling costs of StorySpeak enterprises. But so the Name Your Price offers that I'm going to be doing are workshops and virtual trainings. And so these are all these new offers that are coming out. You can name your price, and this is going to happen throughout the year. You'll see as they create new offers. So I just want to encourage you to take advantage of that. When you participate in these Name Your Price beta testing, it's actually participating in a new standard of business, especially in the business consulting industry. So that's what I'm asking for your help in. Now that you know why I'm regulating prices, why it's important to me, I cannot do it without you. So I need, I would say, like at least 50 to 100 beta testers. Again, you name your price, but I cannot give a fair price, a very fair value price without you participating. So my goal is to make business more equitable, more accessible, especially the high-level executive knowledge that I've learned by working along C-suite executives, by working in the corporate fields. A lot of business fundamentals and practices, the reason business experts charge so much is because we learn from hands-on experience. We learn by being in the trenches, in the corporate industries, by working for decades behind leaders, and this knowledge is passed on to us and we earned it. Now, what I see is a lot of business quote-unquote gurus coming out who have found something that worked online. And while they may be making a lot of sales, they may be making a lot of money, there's no business fundamentals to back up the money. And so if you don't have the business knowledge, what's going to happen is you can be exploited, you can be taken advantage of. And so it's really important to understand business fundamentals so that you can be an advocate for yourself. So that way you know what you need, you know why you need it, and you know when you need it. And then you're doing things on your terms. And so you're responsibly managing the relationship. You're responsibly managing the person you work with who's helping you with your business. And so I've heard so many horror stories, and I'm the coach people usually go to after they spend thousands of dollars somewhere else and got no results, who were scammed, and then they give up on business. And so I'm here to say, stop allowing yourself to be scammed. Stop allowing yourself to be exploited. Learn business for yourself. Learn the executive teachings. Learn the fundamentals of branding, marketing, and sales so that you can stand up for yourself and you can understand what you need before you just blindly trust someone. My beta workshops are up and they're ready to be taken, so please do sign up. Please share them with anyone who you think might help. I'm really excited to teach you and to grow with you. So thank you for watching this video, and if you have any questions, leave a comment or DM me. I'm happy to answer your questions, and thanks for watching.